Alright guys, today we're here to talk about me upgrading my Street Fighter Big Blue machine with better buttons. As we all know, the arcade buttons that come up here from Arcade1up are not the greatest. So I finally said, this is a machine that people are going to be playing online. It's going to be competitive. People are going to be competitive when they come over because it's a Street Fighter machine. So let me go all out. So I upgraded to Sanwa Joysticks. I upgraded to the Happ competition buttons as well, and did all of that. So I want to give you guys a quick look on, how I did that on the inside, and then just my overall thoughts and if it actually improved the gameplay that I have when I was playing. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a quick look on the inside of how I did all these buttons and stuff. So I did get the hat buttons here, as you can see here, with the cherry micro switches. So you can see how that's wired up. You got the blue one going to the top there, and then you got the white one going to the bottom top one right there. As you can see, the bottom one doesn't need anything. So that's how those get wired up. And then of course it goes right into the control panel. I did have a lot of glue on mine. Luckily it wasn't that crazy to get off. But just do each button one at a time. So take this one out, follow the cable, plug your button right into the same slot, and use the same cable. That way there's no issues. I did get the Sanwa Joysticks as well. A couple of things to keep note with the joysticks that messed me up is if you get the Sanwa Joysticks, make sure the connectors go into the top left there, because if I put it on the bottom at first and then my left and right was backwards. So put the top left, as you can see there, that's where the cable should go on both sides. You can see they're both going to the top left there. And then also when it comes to these joysticks as well, use the plate that Arcade1up has on there. So you can see the plate that I have there that has the up arrow. That's the one that came with the Arcade1up joystick. Just take it off their joystick and use it on this joystick. That way the holes line up and you're all set to go. So yeah, if you do it this way, then you'll be able to map, the holes will actually line up and you'll be all set to go. So use the one that it came with. That's the only thing you need. And then use that joystick there. And then, then it was really easy. You just take all their buttons out, like I said, one at a time. They're little push buttons that you kind of like grapple on the side to push out, and they come out the other side. I follow the wires. I just use these wires, as you can see here. I'll have links in the description to the buttons and micro switches that I used, and cables, in case anybody cares to get the same ones. And then they just wire into the control panel, and that's pretty much it. It was a pretty simple mod, just to switch out the buttons and joysticks, as long as you follow that putting the joystick in this direction, so you don't have the same issues I did where you have to take it apart again because you accidentally put it backwards. Alright guys, so that was the button installation as you guys saw inside the panel. So now this is fully put together. As you can see here, I have the blue and red. I switched that out, and got the joysticks in there, the Sanwa Joysticks. We got the hat buttons here, which are fantastic, and these feel night and day better than what it would ever have been before. The joystick is so much better. The buttons, of course, feel fantastic, and they're much better than what was there before. Obviously, I didn't change these two buttons out or the live button. I left those as is. But, me and my wife played a couple of rounds on here, and you could easily tell the difference. She said the same thing. And I know I can tell the difference because you guys know I'm not that great at this game. I've said this before, that I'm not the greatest person at Street Fighter. And if we raise the volume here a little bit, if I start a game here, I always had issues performing some of the moves because the Arcade1up joystick, you had to be like very precise, I guess you can say, with the actual joystick. So you guys can see here, using these buttons, I can actually do moves that I want to do. I can do my Hadouken and stuff without any issues. It's very precise, very easy to actually do. I could do that move really easily. Like, all those moves were not easy to do when I was trying to do this before. I mean, I'm still probably going to lose, but that's besides the point. Like, I could never pull off that move with the other joystick anytime I wanted. It was always like a mess every time I tried to do it, because you had to be really, really precise with the controls on the joystick. On the Arcade1up, it was very like, I don't know if precise is the right word, but these are just so much smoother. Like, you can do your moves like as you expect it to be done, kind of. as the arcades were. Like, these are night and day. Like, I recommend everyone who's trying to go online and be serious with this game, and or just have fun with friends when they come over. I'm getting wrecked again. To definitely upgrade those buttons. And he just straight up killed me there, but I mean, I'm still terrible at the game. That hasn't changed just because the buttons are better, but I can feel like I can do my moves that I actually know in my head on how to do them. So whether I'm terrible at the game, that's a different story. So yeah, that gives you a little bit of gameplay with the buttons. I mean, like I said, they're fantastic. I recommend everyone do this upgrade. You know, obviously the Sanwa Joysticks are like almost $50 each, so they're definitely expensive. The buttons are like $2 each with the micro switch. I am using the Cherry micro switches, so it's like $2 per button. So that was well worth it. And then the joystick, so it's almost $100 to kind of get these upgraded, as you guys are seeing here. So, but I still recommend it. I think everyone should do this. Like I said, if you're going online and stuff, it's almost a must-do because these buttons are night and day. And I'm not even that stringent of a person when it comes to buttons, but these are much better. So if you guys have any questions about what you guys saw in today's video, as usual, leave those questions down below. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.